Okay, everybody who may be looking in, my class is now open. This is Matthew. I'm going to be covering my satire and comedy class for this hour, so please feel free to come on in whenever you're ready. Wow, it looks like a large class already coming in.
Hi, teacher.
Wow. Wow.
This was fast.
Wow, this loaded very quickly. Oh my lord. And just like that, there is a full class. Okay. Alright, guys. Just as a reminder, if you do have a lot of background noise going on, I will mute you. It's just out of respect so I can hear everybody. Okay. So I see we have a lot of people here. Let's go ahead. Some familiar faces, some new faces. For those who don't know me, hi, my name is Matthew. I'm a verbal teacher from the state of Texas in the U.S. I'm going to go from right to left. Let me see. Vivian, are you there?
Yes.
Wow.
Hello.
Vivian, I would like to ask you a question about this this picture you have.
Yes.
What is that? Is that a cat?
Yes, it's me. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a kitty actually, because she's not an adult.
Oh, she's not an adult yet? Well, that's okay. My cat is 14 years old, and I still think of her as a kitty.
I had another cat before her, and she was like 1 year older than me. She was 17, but she died.
Why do you have to tell me that in a comedy class? Now I'm gonna be sad.
Sorry. No, don't be sad.
Okay, I won't be. Sebastian?
Hello, Matthew.
Well, is that color? Is that a colored
Yes.
camera?
Of course.
When did
I'm
this
a
happen?
color person.
When did this happen? When did you get a color camera?
Since ever.
But it's always black and white when I see it, so that's why I'm asking. Okay.
Oh, because I want to.
Oh, fine then. Never mind. So we have Vivian from Brazil and Sebastian from Chile. Rodrigo, Mr. Ceballos, are you there?
Yes.
Hi,
Good evening,
Rodrigo.
teacher.
Hi, where are you from?
I'm from Peru.
Peru? Oh, what city? Lima?
Lima.
Oh, I'm psychic. Wow. I had such a good guess. All right, great to have you. And let's see, we have Mr. Ociel. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hi, Ociel. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Hey,
From Brazil.
neighbor.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. You and Vivian, which city in Brazil are you from, Ociel?
I am living in Brasilia, the capital.
The capital city. One of my most favorite cities because it was designed to be beautiful and easily accessible.
It's such a
Have you ever been to
city.
Brasilia?
No, but I want to, so don't take my dream away from me, Vivian.
Okay, sorry.
It's my
awesome.
dream to visit every capital city of every country.
But you know, I must say something because I'm from Rio, and we got a lot of attractions here, and you won't see that in Brasilia.
But Brasilia has the government.
The only thing in Brazil that doesn't have that Rio de Janeiro has is the beach. So we have everything.
No, you don't have our fun.
So okay. So if I want to take off all of my clothes, I need to go to Rio. Okay. But if I want to make law, I need to go to Brasilia. No problem.
Of course.
All right.
What's the better option? Tell me.
Okay. Motaz.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and see. Motaz, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Motaz. How have you been?
I'm great. What about you?
I'm doing fantastic. Motaz, can you tell everybody where you're from?
I'm from Syria.
From Syria. And which city in Syria?
Damascus.
The ancient, beautiful capital of Damascus. How have you been? I haven't seen you lately, so to be honest, I was a little worried.
No, but because your classes is so late, it's 3 a.m. here.
Okay, I appreciate your staying awake. I'm sorry for asking. I was just a little worried because these days I haven't seen you, so I was a
No,
little
thank
concerned.
you. Thank you.
Okay, thank God you're here. Wait, Mark, is that you?
Yes. Hello.
Mark, it is like 1 or 2 a.m. over in Serbia.
Yes,
What are
2
you
in the
doing?
morning. I'm attending the best classes on Verbling. One of the best classes on Verbling.
Oh, Fabio's like, you dirty liar.
Okay, Mark, now tell the truth.
Wait, are you two trying to surprise me? Mark, Vivian, are you two trying to do something to me?
Vivian, are we trying
No.
something? No. Not at the moment.
Maybe not now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we definitely are planning something, you know?
For those of you who don't know, Mark and Vivian are, even though they are from different continents, they are friends on Verbling, and very often they decide to these two particular students, they try to surprise me with stuff. So last time they did a duet, which made me cry a little bit. I was so deeply touched. It was beautiful.
Oh.
Yes, which is one reason why one of these days, Fabio, you're going to have to be in one of my singing classes, because I need an Italian in one of my singing classes, please. Thank you.
One of your what classes?
Singing. I teach a singing class.
No way, no. Yeah.
Why not?
Oh yeah. Okay, you can count on it. Sure, I will.
Okay. By the way, Fabio, I have a quotation for you.
No, you're right. No. Hold on a second. You were right. I don't know what the hell possessed me. It was probably a brain fart. and now, good luck trying to explain brain fart to the ones which don't know what it means.
That's okay. Part of my job is to explain slang. Fabio says this word brain fart. It's kind of a dirty slang meaning you had an idea, but it's kind of you just didn't think it through, or something crazy happened and you did not, you couldn't remember correctly. We say, I had a brain fart. It means I forgot, or I got it wrong. No big deal. And of course it has the word, I mean, you guys have to learn this. It's part of conversational English, the word fart, which you know, I don't need to explain.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. Can you explain me, Matthew, please?
Sebastian, quit
I'm
giggling.
a student.
Mentiroso. You already know. That's why you're giggling.
No. I'm a serious student, Matthew.
Google Translate. Okay. So, if ever you see the phrase, if somebody is ever speaking conversational English to you and they say the phrase brain fart, it just means that they had an idea but they were wrong, or they forgot, or something happened. My dad uses this phrase all the time. He'll be like, boy, I was going to say something to you, but I had a brain fart. I couldn't remember. It's my father. God bless him. Okay, let's see. Who do we got next to Fabio? And of course, it would not be my comedy class without Brenda.
Brenda!
Hi guys.
Hello.
My arch nemesis.
Why you always have to fight with me?
Because I have to find somebody.
Be honest. If I'm not in your class, you get bored. Be honest.
If you weren't here, I'd be lonely.
Now you know.
Yeah, there's a reason why I don't show you guys my Facebook profile, because otherwise you would see how deeply I miss Brenda whenever she's not here.
Oh yes.
Always my status update is
Yes.
¿Dónde está Brenda? Where's Brenda? I need her here to remind me about when I get things wrong.
Don't worry. Someday I'm going to disappear and you're going to.
No, you won't.
Okay.
I'll find you.
Brenda, don't do this to him near Christmas. It's mean.
That's right. It's only 3 days until Christmas. And of course, over on the far right, we've got Tim. Hey, Tim. How are you?
Fine, met you.
Hey, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm doing usual stuff.
Are you eating something?
No, I'm not eating.
Oh, I thought you were, because it sounded like you were eating something delicious for some reason. Maybe I'm hungry.
Unfortunately not.
Oh. Well, there went that. So today's class is going to be about satire and comedy. I changed it a little bit from what I was originally going to do, because we had an economics class that turned out into a tax class that turned into a Matthew is secretly going to invade your country class.
Well, not so secretly, actually.
Yeah, maybe not so secretly. So I decided we're going to change it to satire. As you saw, for example, even though I work in public service in the United States, I'm okay making a joke about I'm okay satirizing or making a sarcastic comment about my home country and its reputation under maybe the Bush administration as a aggressive power that invaded without consent would invade or engage in military conquest without consent from other nations. Of course, this is a form of humor, believe it or not, in English and Western culture, where it's perfectly okay to satirize maybe your government or a company, or make light of a situation. And even though I work in public service and public policy, I think it's very healthy, to be honest. What's the point in what's the point? And I saw that, Brenda, and that's a cool topic to bring up, and that's something I was going to bring up, so give me one moment. I mean, what's the point in engaging in democracy if you can't have a little fun at your own government's expense, even when you like your government, right? So Brenda brings up this phrase, this slang word for, okay, no problem, called Bushism. Does anybody want to guess what that means? Who wants to guess?
Something like a religion?
Like a religion?
Not religion, but like the fundamental of religion. People like agree with everything he said just because.
You think so because it has the suffix ism in it, like Buddhism or.
I just try to figure it out, but I'm not sure.
No, it's a very good guess, because usually the suffix ism is related to like a philosophy, or religion, like Buddhism or Judaism. In this case, no. Let me help. What if I put a dash? Bushism. Anybody want to take a guess?
About President Bush.
What is that, Mark?
About the former President Bush, maybe.
Yes,
maybe.
Much better. It's words or sayings that President Bush used to use when he was president, and also a little bit when he was governor of my home state. Believe it or not, he was governor of Texas before he was president.
This class is gonna last much longer than 1 hour.
Oh, and we could do the same thing. I know most countries, if they have a controversial leader, that this is always the time. For example, Fabio, don't tell your grandfather. I'm gonna bring up your favorite prime minister. Okay, fantastic. So, guys, for example, Italy's Prime Minister Berlusconi, there's a whole probably slang about things that he would say because he was controversial and so on and so forth. In Serbia, I'm not sure what you might have with your country, but maybe I think Vivian, maybe there was with Lula da Silva. I'm sure there were very common slogans or phrases that people would say that he used. Probably. Can you share one with us?
Never in this country history has something happened. He used it to start all speeches with something like that.
Oh,
never
so he's
in the history of Brazil. Never in the history of Brazil.
So he always is over dramatic. Can I do my favorite Lula da Silva impression? Is it okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this.
Never in the history of the Brazilian Republic have so few people been under the poverty line. Never before has the tax system been this fair. Never before has a man with such a brilliant beard ever been president as me. And I don't mean to make fun. Oh, thank you. I don't mean to make fun because actually, Lula da Silva is considered very popular. Even, in America, both Republican and Democratic Party leaders really respect Lula da Silva. He's very popular over here, too.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. He was really, conservative and liberal people in the United States really respected him. But that doesn't mean we can't make fun of him.
Yeah.
Brenda, you have a Bushism, a political satire. Will you please speak it for the class in your Bush accent?
No.
And I will tell you if you're...
Just that is my favorite.
No. And I know that you know Bush is a Texan. Well, he's kind of a Texan. He was born in Connecticut, but he was our governor. So I want to hear your best Texas accent.
No. You're asking too much. I'm sorry. No, don't do that. Don't look at me like that.
Can you speak it for me, please?
No. Okay, I know this because I have a teacher. My phonology teacher, and he's obsessed with the American culture and British culture. So one day we were talking about Bush, and okay, he tell us about his supposed problem with the drink. Okay, he's famous here about that. For that, sorry.
Go ahead.
So he said if you search on YouTube, or you can find a lot of videos about Bushism, and he explained what does that mean. And I was searching. I decided to search on YouTube, and I found a lot of videos, but that is my favorite. I know that human being and fish can coexist peacefully. That is that. So
here, because you had the bravery to actually speak it, I'm going to give you a treat, and I'm going to say it in George Bush's accent. Okay? First, because of course Bush is my fellow Texan, so I will do him honor, and I'm going to get the face right. Here we go. I know that human beings and fish can coexist peacefully. Yeah, I can feel the presidency.
You gotta add the laugh at the end.
Oh, you're right. Let me try again. Hang on. I can do it. Here we go. He's my president. Let me make fun. I know that human beings and fish can coexist peacefully.
Not true.
What's up, Tim?
You have to be careful. Someone might throw some shoes on your face.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I remember when that happened. It happened just after the 2008 election, and Obama won, and Bush was already, we say in English, the lame duck. That means he's still the president, but he has no power. And I still remember when that shoe was thrown at him, and I just thought, oh god. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh god. Mike, I see that you're in verbling, and you feel a little sick. But please feel free to join when you can, if you want to. Laughter is the best. We say in English a lot, laughter is the best medicine. And today we're picking fun. We're practicing satire. So, but I also do impressions of Bill Clinton, and even I've been practicing. To be fair, practicing Barack Obama, but he's a little harder because he's so calm. He just doesn't get angry.
Yeah.
So it's just like you have to be like a robot, like hello, my fellow Americans. My name is Barack Obama. I see that my opponents in the Republican Party, they have a slight disagreement with me. And so actually in American comedy, we have something called the Obama Anger Translator. Obama Anger Translator, and the joke is he has a special staff member of his staff who translates his words into what he actually means because he's not able to show anger. So for example, he'd be like, Don't get it twisted. Don't be disturbed. I had a slight disagreement with Congress, and then they have somebody on the side translating from like, God, because he's unable to show anger. It's okay. What I maybe get to go to the inauguration, so I'm excited because it'll be the first time since 2007 that I've seen Obama in person. That'll be nice. I think so. I first met him when I was in.
think so? Yeah.
Yeah, I just think so. I first met him. He came to Austin, the capital city of my home state, 5 years ago when he first began to run for president. And I remember him because someone gave him a cowboy hat, a black cowboy hat, and he put it on, and it just looked so. To be honest, it looked really good on him. I was like, oh, right on, good job there, Obama. Do you know there are still some people that think he was not born in the United States?
Yeah, that's really funny. Boy, that was a riot.
Yeah, I know. To be honest, I don't know what to think about that. I would make fun of them, but wow, it can be a little troublesome. So, Satire, I want to ask, Sebastian, I know you have strong opinions of your current president, and that's okay. Is there any satire, or is there something that your current president, like, can you give us an impression of him?
Yes. Okay.
Go ahead.
We call, like, you call Bushism and Obamism, a lot of isms. Here in Chile, we call piñericosas.
Piñericosas? Okay. The things he says.
Exactly, because he said a lot of stupid things.
Can you translate in English for us?
In English, it's very difficult.
Do your best.
Very difficult to. Okay, I'm going to say it, but I'm also going to write it.
Go ahead.
Okay. For example, when the earthquake here in Chile, we have a tsunami, like a maremoto.
Maremoto.
Yeah, maremoto. Can you see it in the verbal chat?
Yeah, maremoto.
And he said marepoto. You know what that means?
Yes, can you please explain for the people who don't speak Spanish?
Yeah, I write it in the verbal chat. That is one example.
Wow.
Because he's like a very nervous person, and he always wants to be like the center of the universe, and he's always
now
like
we
that.
know what he was thinking about at that moment.
Oh my goodness, Brenda.
No, because he actually make he mixed maremoto with terremoto. So for him, he always have a lot of things in his mind. So this is one of the things that he always did, because he has like a lot of tics. I don't know if you know what tic is. So if he's sitting, it's like this. Can you see me? Right?
Yeah, very
like
straight.
Yeah, very straight, but he's also.
Oh, he's fidgeting. We say in English.
All the time, and with the head.
Yeah, we say in English fidget, like.
And oh my god, and it's so funny. The guy cannot.
Sebastian, you are mean.
Yeah, be a little nice, Sebas.
I'm not mean. If you were a Chilean girl, Brenda, you were just laughing about him. Everybody laughing about him.
Okay, Pat.
It's true. Gosh. It's true. I mean, we have a comedian, like he does imitations. And actually, he does the Piñera, Sebastián Piñera imitate. He imitates Sebastián Piñera a lot. And he always, because Sebastián Piñera always says like, we as a country, we have to be prepared, safety, and always are three things.
Three things.
Three things. You know, like happiness, kindness. I don't know what else. You know. He's so.
Oh, okay, okay. You just said this. It reminds me of a moment recently. My state's governor, his name is Rick Perry. He's governor of my home state, and he tried to run for president this last year. He tried to become the Republican candidate for president. And you said this beautiful list here. It was on a national debate. It was on national TV. He was having a debate with other members of the Republican Party. He wanted to become the Republican Party candidate. And they asked him, well, Governor Perry, you said that you want to make the national government smaller. And it's funny you say this list of three, and then you forgot the third one, right, Sebas? You couldn't remember the third thing?
Yeah.
Hold on. Some of you already know what I'm going to say, because I know some people watched it. Mark, don't spoil it for me.
No, okay.
So on national television in front of 50 million people, my governor, he went, yeah, I'm going to do his accent to be respectful because he's my governor, so I'm going to do my Texas accent. You know, when I'm president, there's going to be 3 government agencies that I'm going to get rid of. It's going to be a Department of Transportation, Department of Education, and... And for 16 seconds, he could not answer. And then one of the other candidates was asking him, was like, do you want to get rid of, like, the environmental agency? And he's like, yeah. And then the debate's like, do you really want to get rid of the environment? He's like, no, that's not it. And he's like, oh, energy, Department of Energy. And so that ruined his campaign. And I just remember, as a Texan watching that going, just like Rick, because I watched the debate, I was like, Rick, just represent my state well, okay, do a good job, don't, do an okay job, and he did. I was like, great, fantastic. Every stereotype about my state, everybody's going to believe now. Great, fantastic. So when you brought that up, Mark already, I guess, saw it. He's like, I remember that. I was like, well, he's not going to be president now, I guess. And he wasn't. Mitt Romney got the nomination, of course. Let's see. A mí me gusta con azúcar y cascarita de naranja. Te da mejor sabor. Mario goes, hey, you guys, quit having a separate comedy class en español in the Verbling chat.
Matthew, can you read this for me, please? For us, please?
No, because it's partly dirty and weird.
No, why? This is what we laughing. I mean, it's what we write.
I'm not sure. What is cascarita mean? It's something small. Something.
No,
the cover of the fruit.
Yeah. The shell of.
It's like I like sugar on the shell of an orange.
No. It's so funny.
They're talking about mate.
You're talking about mate. How to drink mate, which is a typical drink in my country.
Great. Now you're gonna say. Now you know what? Speaking of satire, there's going to be now. I think maybe you're going to now say that there are Matthewisms. I guess.
Yeah, like
No, I
when
don't
you
think
say
so.
you broke, like when I say Brenda broke your heart.
You broke my heart.
Tú rompiste mi corazón.
Don't say that.
Yeah, guys, those of you who it's your first class with me or you haven't had a class with me right now, Rodrigo or Farouk or Fabio, Brenda always makes fun of that often when I say speak Spanish. I use this dramatic phrase con todo mi corazón. I don't know why, I just like it, and so she always makes fun of me.
It's just that you say it with a lot of passion. That is why it's funny. Because we don't speak like that. In Argentina, at least, we don't speak like that. We don't say con todo mi corazón. No,
it's like a soap opera.
Well, I did learn a lot of my Spanish. I did learn a lot of my Spanish watching telenovelas.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta keep that in mind. Yeah, you gotta keep that in mind. Osiel, you've been a little quiet so far. In your country, do you ever, in Peru, what do you think about, do people sometimes satirize or tease about the leader of your country, even if they like him?
Yeah, all the time, man. All the time. Mostly another the new president because she's a woman, as you know, but she has a little past with fighting with the against the government. I don't know how to say guerrilla in English. Can you?
Guerrilla. We use the same word, guerrilla.
Okay, so she was in the guerrilla, and she is kind of mainly women, no? Like she has a strong body.
She's a badass.
People used to make fun of her about this and how she speaks with a strong accent. So.
Yeah. That's Dilma Rousseff, right?
Dilma Rousseff, yeah.
Yep. She has a very strong. I remember her first interview as president. I saw it's like, well, but can Brazil's economy keep growing? She's like, of course it will.
Yeah, it's just like that. You know, she's faster with the words and just like he answered with two words. Yeah.
Of course the economy is going to keep growing. What's wrong with you?
She's the woman with the big guns.
Bang, bang.
Yeah.
She's a tough lady, though. Okay. So I think so. What about Rodrigo? What about you? In Peru, do people make fun of or tease the leader sometimes?
Yes, in political news and TV shows, usually people make mistakes when say something to comment or say.
I think your president, Ollanta Humala, he used to be a guerrilla also, right? He used to fight against the government a long time ago. Is that true?
A gorilla?
Or, I mean, a guerrilla means he used to be a kind of a rebel. He used to fight against the government.
Rebel?
Yeah.
Guerrilla. Oh, yes. He before he became a president. He was a revolutionary.
Ah, that's right, revolutionary. So you had to choose between him, a revolutionary, and then Keiko Fujimori, who was the former president's daughter.
Yes.
Oh, was that a difficult choice?
But I didn't choose Ollanta Humala, but he won.
And I think that's why it's so important that it should be okay that we can make fun of leaders, because sometimes the other guy wins. Sometimes the guy you didn't want to win or lady you didn't want to win, sometimes they win, and it's okay to make fun of them. Why not? In a democracy, it should be acceptable. I mean, for example, Tim, I want to ask you, in the most recent election in South Africa, did your candidate win for office or no? Tim?
Sorry, Matthew. I didn't catch you. What did you say about you're talking about the last election in South Africa? You said about my candidate.
Yeah, I asked you.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm against all the governments.
Oh, okay. So then it.
Not in South Africa, in all around the world, I'm against all the government because you know why? If you put the government in a Sahara desert, it's any government. If you put any government in a Sahara desert, it's going to be a sand shortage in 5 years.
Tim says if you put a government in the middle of a desert, it's going to find a way to have a sand shortage in about 5 years. Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah, that's why I'm against the governments, because they just care their self-interest. I mean.
Oh, okay. So I think Tim's case, it's a very good example that, yeah, we should be able to make fun of the government because maybe we just don't like it. Why not? It's okay. It's acceptable. Which brings me back over to Fabio. Fabio,
yep.
Sometimes I watch Italian politics with wonder and also terror, and also I try to understand, as complicated as Texas politics are, Italian politics are like a maze. I can never understand what's going on. Your prime minister just resigned, didn't they?
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
Well, the reason to resign is because, well, this prime minister wasn't part of a party which was elected. He was appointed, and it was what we call a technician. He's an ex-banker, stuff like that. So, and he was in charge, and his government, because all the parties agreed to keep him in charge. And then, because anyway, there would have been elections in April. Now they're gonna make it in January, but in April anyway, there would have been elections. Some of the parties decide to raise the head because the things were going better than they expected. So they decide to raise the head and and ride the horses while they were running. So they said, okay, we won't give you our grant in the Senate. So he had to resign because he had the majority wasn't there anymore. So, but it's funny because Italian politicians usually they have no sense of humor. I mean, absolutely not.
Really?
Every time there is a comic comedian on TV, there is everybody makes a big fuss out of it. All the politicians, 3 days ago there was a famous comedian, which I'm sure you know because he won an Oscar, Roberto Benigni. He was in television.
Yeah, absolutely. What happened to him?
Well, he's doing great actually. He made a great show on the on the Italian Constitution. Believe it or not, he made a 2 hours and a half show on prime time, reading the first 11 articles of the Constitution, and it was a blast. Let me tell you, it was a blast. I mean, it was great. I mean, from an historical point of view, it was really great. But the first half an hour, he just opened his show, and he made some jokes. And one of them said at the beginning, said, "Well, they told me that I have to thank, the President of the Republic, which told me that he has to. I should thank someone higher than him. So I went to the Pope." And he said, "Yeah, I went to Pope and thank him," and said, "No, you should thank someone higher than him." So I went to my Lord, but he didn't answer. So thank you, Silvio. And, yeah. So I mean that's not really that mean. Everything happens,
It's that's very mild by American standard.
Yeah, but I mean, he made other jokes like, for example, he said with all these Italian crises, everybody wants to retire and you can't, and there is one which could retire anytime he wants, and he won't. So he's running for the campaign again, which is of course Berlusconi. So it's been running 6 times, and we hope that it will rest on the 7th, So and said it's like an horror movie, Jaws 6, or the Mummy against Godzilla, stuff like that. And it was really mild, but everybody was making a big fuss out of it. But yeah, they really have no sense of humor, absolutely.
And that's so shocking because Italian people are so famous for their passion and humor. It's a little silly that it's not accepted so openly in your political discourse.
Well, let me tell you. I mean, let me make it straight. The fact that they have no sense of humor, it doesn't mean they don't make jokes about them. It's just that they're not really. They don't take it really good, but everybody's making jokes about them.
Oh, yeah, in the US, it's considered that satire, that means making fun of our politicians, we consider it very American to a point that once a year, the president, he has dinner with all of the media who make fun and tease him.
Yeah.
And he accepts being teased. Yes, I think it's a good thing.
It is. It's a good thing. The best one was the one with Colbert.
Stephen Colbert.
I think it was.
especially Berlusconi, a lot of people, and a lot of media, a lot of some comics and newspapers made a lot of fun about Berlusconi, especially in recent. Berlusconi made a lot of orgies, and people made a lot fun about
Yeah.
that. Yeah, Fabio.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, again, you know, they make fun anyway. I mean, they don't take it really, I mean, they're not really good sports, but, you know, people make fun of them anyway. So the big satiric papers too. I mean, it goes on anyway. They just don't take it like in the US do, you know? So.
Yeah, they just, for us, our politicians either ignore it or they play along. There's no, if someone's going to laugh at you, you might as well laugh with them, is our phrase, right?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's the right attitude, but, you know.
Yeah, Brenda says in Argentina, some people satirize their president. Her name, of course, is Cristina, but they say cretina, which is short for the English word, I think, cretin, which means it's a very negative word. Yeah, if that's similar to the English term. So, guys, we're moving here talking about satire, why it's okay to tease and make fun, and why it's so important. I want to go ahead and ask around. Mark, is there any jokes about politicians in your country?
Well, I think that there must be a lot of jokes, but I personally don't know to name any of the jokes. But because I'm not very politish, and I'm just googling to find something, but I can't.
Mark, why? I'm still curious what you and Vivian are preparing. I really need to know. I'm just going to stare at you two because you guys, everybody else you don't know, these two always are thinking of something. So I really want to know what you two are preparing.
Something.
Yeah, she put her thinking face.
Don't tell them.
Brenda, you know?
Even if I know, I'm not going to tell you.
Well, when am I going to find out?
You have to do your music class, maybe.
It's a surprise.
No,
Yes.
every your time.
I'm the president.
Look
I
his
know.
face.
No.
He's getting mad.
You know, Matthew,
It's funny.
my mother watched the video of me and Mark singing, and she asked me who was the teacher, and when you showed up on the camera, I said it was you, and she was like, he doesn't seem very normal.
Rompiste su
Oh
corazón.
my gosh. You broke his heart. Rompiste su corazón.
I'm sorry.
In what way did she mean that?
I honestly don't know.
I'm a little sad now.
It must be a
don't
compliment.
sad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. It's a compliment.
Yeah.
Oh, possibly. Farouk, you haven't spoken yet. How are you, sir? Can you hear me? Farouk? Farouk, did you get muted? Check your mute. Maybe you got muted, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there
I
you
hear
go.
you. Yeah,
Hey,
I'm here.
Farouk, I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. What about you?
I'm doing great. Could you remind me and everybody, which country are you from again?
I am from Turkey,
That's right, Turkey. And what city?
Istanbul.
Istanbul. And in Turkey, do people tease or joke about your politicians and leaders?
Yeah, they do a lot, but actually I'm not interested about the politician, you know. But people usually in the Turkey, people, they love to talk about the politician, but nobody do really something, you know. Just they are talking.
Yeah, us too. I mean, for us, like, right now, we're so worried if our government can actually negotiate a budget and do its, basically do what it's supposed to do, and nobody can really control it except our government, so all we can kind of do is wait and,
Exactly,
make jokes about them.
Exactly.
So, it can happen. like that, but I think it's such an important part of the political process, the ability to laugh and make fun of people. Vivian, I see what's going on over there.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. So,
I can tell you another joke which happened about 4 or 5 days ago. Also about Berlusconi. It was a comedian on TV. It was on prime time too, on Saturday, I think. Which, the monologue was 15 minutes long, but there was this phrase which, again, everybody was pissed off, and basically he said, I'm translating it loosely because I mean it doesn't
Go
really.
ahead.
It says that he was talking to Berlusconi, and he said, "Well, I'm not saying that should have decency, which is an old sentiment, but at least the pragmatic feeling that you have busted our balls." Yeah. And
one reason I really appreciate. Go ahead.
And everybody was pretty much pissed out. I must also say that satire, at least in Italy, it is really, really mean. You know, it's not really humor. It is really mean. I mean, it scratches you. So.
Yeah, it can be that way here too. I'm actually gonna look for a video right here in a moment, and Fabio, that was wonderful. And Fabio, there is an Italian in the Verbling chat, Simona, also that's also Italian. She's just asking me, who is that man speaking? And that's one reason. I'm always glad Fabio's here because he explains a lot of of the slang that I'm sometimes a little scared to explain. But is honestly, to be honest, it's necessary. It is necessary to learn if you're going to speak conversational English, especially with close friends who you may speak less formally with. So I'm going to actually show you guys on here. I would show you using my computer, but it always shows slow, I guess. So I'm going to show you guys from my iPad an example of satire. It is Barack Obama and Mitt Romney having a rap battle.
Oh.
So, yes. I'm gonna actually... Well, wait. Let's take a look. So I'm going to actually show you guys this as an example of American satire. I'm gonna show it using my iPad because it just shows better than if I just flip the screen. So let's go ahead and watch. Oh wait, I'm gonna try it out.
We all know what went down in that 2008 election. You're a seasoned politician with a winning complexion. You're all Barack and no light, but no change, and we're all still hoping that you'll shut your mouth like Guantanamo Bay that both open. From the windy city where you're looking pretty with your blowhards, but come January, you'll be left evicted and with no job. All right, I'm stronger than my jawline when I spit a phrase. Knocking you harder than front doors in my own mission days. You see this silver spoon, this is the mass out of debt. Took you 4 years to drop unemployment down below 8%. You feel that, Barry? You're old news. Everyone's having doubts, and your rhymes are as weak as this economy that you've done nothing about. Call me a vicious businessman, because Romney's stealing this race. I'll go bank capital on your donkey ass, restructure your face.
Well, they say your father was a great man. You must be what's left. Need to stop hating on gays. Let them teach you how to dress. You got the mama jeans and a Mr. Fantastic face. So rich and white, it's like the running against a cheesecake. Republicans need a puppet and you fed. Got their hands so far up your rear, call you man. I'm the head of state. You're like a head of cabbage. About to get smacked by my stimulus package. You're a bad man with no chance. You can't even touch me. I got 4 more years. 2 terms in the White House. Just trust me. I hope you saved your best rhymes for the second half. Because right now, I'm 47% for kicking your ass.
That's an example of like average American, I guess you could say average American satire. It can sometimes be mean, but it doesn't always have to be biting. In that case, it's kind of funny. like Obama and Mitt Romney gangster rapping with each other. I wish that's how debates were in politics. That'd be so cool. Yeah, I think I'm looking at it's on YouTube Rewind. Good job. Solo. Oh, let's see. OMG, stupid and crazy. I agree with you, Jorge. Sometimes it can be. So guys, I think that
may I suggest a movie to the guys in the class?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think it's too difficult because it speaks well. There's a lot of slang, but it speaks quite slowly and it's not difficult to understand. If you happen to find the movie, it's from Will Ferrell, and the name is You're Welcome America. I don't know if you saw it, and
yeah,
it's about Bush. So we'll get him back at the beginning of the class. Yeah, and then I think it's not that difficult to understand because of the speaks in this fake Texan accent, you know.
Whoa, Fabio, are you doing a Texas accent?
Yeah, I tried to, but I'm not really good about it.
Oh, here, let me help you. So you have to pretend like you're eating a steak, because as you guys know, this is not my real, like, voice. This is sort of my teacher voice. So when you're speaking like a Texan, you have to pretend like you're eating a steak and you're chewing it.
Okay.
Hi, how are you doing? My name's Matthew Hall. It's a pleasure to meet you in God's country, the great state of Texas. Lord Almighty, I love this state. God bless America. Where's my cowboy hat and my six-shooter? I'm ready to go ahead and rustle some cows and get on the cattle drive and let's find me some rattlesnakes and get on my cowboy boot, you know, like that, right?
I'm praising the Lord. You know, I'm waiting for a teacher from Scotland to come around. I mean, that would be right.
That would be good.
But I don't know. I mean, it's not satire, but you know, again, it's comedy. Anyway, I mean, the first time I went to Scotland, it was unbelievable because I went out from the airplane and I spoke to the people, and I knew they were supposed to speak English, and I couldn't make heads or tails from them. You know, I was looking for the subtitles. You know, it was incredible. I mean, the first 10 minutes I said, you know, okay, probably there was there was someone on the plane and it moved to another country because they don't speak English. You know, it's great.
It's okay. To be fair, I thought that the first time I was in New York because the New York accent to me is so thick. So when I'm in New York, of course, I don't speak with my Texas accent. I speak in this neutral voice that I have here, my teacher's voice. So I was just like, hi, can you tell me where blah, blah, blah is? Yeah, it's right over there. I was like, oh, that's new.
Yeah, but at least you can figure out the words. You know? If you go with there, yeah, I mean, really, I can't remember the way they do something like, I say, what? Yeah, but like that. I mean, and you can't understand what they say because it is not English. Honestly to God, it's not.
Yeah, and Fabio brings up a good point that a lot of people get concerned with, that many of you brought up in my classes before. And this is a little bit related to comedy, but it's also just a basic thing. How do you deal with different accents? Because truth be told, he's right. Even the difference between New Yorker accent and Texan accent, it's not that big of a difference as between an American accent and a Scottish accent. These are very, very different dialects, and English is always changing depending on the country that you use it in, depending on the cultural context, the syntax, the phonics, the culture that you're in at that point. For example, Korean English has its own different rules and dynamics when you're in Korea and people are English speakers. Ronaldo says Sean Connery would be a good teacher.
Sean Connery was probably talk like that. You know, I'm sorry, yeah.
Fabio, officially you're a ninja.
Oh God, I can't breathe. Oh, okay. Wow, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Let me ask you something just a second. You were talking about different accents. I was reading something yesterday, and I read something that might be English, but I'm not so sure. Can you tell me what is that thing here?
Go ahead. Show me what are you wanting to show me?
I put that on the side.
Oh, here. I'll say it in my Shakespeare. Let me say it in my Shakespeare accent. Are you ready?
Yes, great.
Yes.
Methinks thou dost just look for justification for the use of derogatory racist comments. Nothing that one does deserves that, and thou dost think that way, then I wouldn't want to be the bearer of thine own comic fate. They're just trying to sound... They're mixing...
That was a little bit different to me.
Yeah, they're mixing Old English, like thou dost, with big academic words. Nobody speaks or writes that way. I promise.
Except Monty Python.
That's right. That's right. In this, yeah, he's saying in regular English, he's saying that you are just you're just trying to find a way to justify your racist comments. That maybe this person that they're talking to said something racist or prejudiced, which could be bad. And he's like, but you're just trying to find a good excuse for being racist, and and I hope that you get what fate or what destiny has in store.
It was a kind of shot on a comment, and the two people were fighting with each other. So it was
on the internet?
Yeah, on the internet. Stupid guys fighting on the internet.
Osio, are you trying to tell me that two people on the internet were arguing?
Was not that possible? I'm
shocked. I can't believe it.
Okay, you're being sarcastic right now.
Yeah, I'm just teasing you. But yeah, that can definitely happen sometimes. I'm surprised he uses this kind of phrase. It's not. It's not. But yeah, it is English. He's just using two people there. If two people on the internet can sing and argue together, yeah. Speaking of duets, what do you and Mark have in store for us?
Schedule your classes, your music class, and you see.
Yes.
And I was talking to Mark that we cannot be the first ones this time. Because we have to set things up before our turn.
You have to set things up and prepare?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like what, Mark?
Don't say it.
We need a date. We need to know a date in advance, so we can prepare all of the stuff.
Tomorrow, 3 p.m. United States Central Time.
Is this like now time that you're?
No. Right now is 7 p.m. United States Central Time. No. Right now is almost 8 p.m. This would be 5 hours earlier than
Great.
that.
Okay. Awesome.
No, it's not great for me. Sorry.
What?
It's because it's Sunday before Christmas, and I have to go to my grandmother's house.
You have to go visit your family on church Sunday?
There you go.
Man. Oh wait, I have to go to church too.
You see? I'm saving you. You see?
Oh, what would I do without you guys? I tell you, okay, then we will. I do want to know what you guys are up to then, at least. That reminds me, you guys, somebody asked me a question. Am I going to have classes Christmas Eve? I plan to have one class Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, I don't know. I know that we need verbling teachers on Christmas Day. I know there will be somebody who will want a class. I'm going to try and have one, but after I get my presents. At least my stocking. I want to see what Santa brought in my stocking. I hope that it's something nice. Actually, to show you.
What if you just?
Go ahead.
What if you find out that you're on the bad list?
I'm never on the bad list. I'm a good person.
There is always a first time for everything.
You're just trying to get me in trouble. Okay,
what
guys,
did you wish from Santa Claus?
What did I wish? I wished for new socks and ties because I like ties and socks. I'm boring.
Socks and ties?
Yeah, I know. But you know what I already got? You know what my first No, guys, listen. You know what my first Christmas present was? No joke. My first Christmas present for the holiday was a multi-tool knife because my car is old and it always breaks down. So my friend said, "Here, since your car is so old, here's a toolkit." I was like, "Thanks."
There you go.
Very useful.
Yes, that's what she gave me. That's what she gave me, Fabio.
It's quite
guys,
expensive.
It can be. I was grateful.
No, it is expensive. It's a good friend.
Yeah, it was very useful. I'm gonna keep it because no joke, my car breaks down all the time. So, guys, as a request, I am in the Verbling chat putting the Facebook profile that I'm just like some other teachers. I've opening this particular profile up. You can add me. There's the link in the Verbling chat for those of you who would like to add me to follow along, learn more about classroom information or what classes I have planned coming up. Since now we do have more utilities and tools for teachers to use, I plan on bringing in more PowerPoints and even trying to do some college level stuff for you guys who have been asking for it, because I've been a college professor before. I don't mind doing that. This was a really fun class. I like talking about satire, and it's good to know about all these things. And I think it's fun, even though we should treasure our government and treasure democracy, doesn't mean you can't make fun of it once in a while, right? So my next class is tomorrow, 3 p.m. United States Central Time. We do have some more later on this evening through early in the morning. I wish everybody a wonderful evening, and have a wonderful afternoon, evening, fall asleep, enjoy yourself. It was really wonderful to see everybody again, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Thank you, Matthew.
Bye.